Hiya, come on in, get cozy. I hope everyone's staying blessed and protected. I hope everyone's going to have a fabulous Friday and absolutely wonderful weekend. It's been a week, but we made it through. I've been thinking about this blood moon eclipse because it reminds me of what it says in the Bible when it says the moon will turn blood red before that day. And something made me pick up this deck, the X and 2.0 tarot. And I seen something about Google. I seen humanity. I seen something at this one world government here, but the justice. Then I got the Emperor was here. I seen the Emperor. I seen the Google. It says don't be evil. And the Nine of Pentacles. Computing, something to do with computing here, because I seen with the Google. So I feel like, I'm just going to see what's in the energy of this reading. I do want to carry on with my zodiac signs, but we'll get to them because they're like past, present, and future. There's no time limit on them. I've got the sun shining right in my eye. Yeah, I'm going to see what's in here. What spirit wants us to see. I'm sure there must be somewhere, because I'm sure there's like whispers in the grapevines, about things. Something could be happening. Could we get the 3-day blackout? Who knows? I feel like being prepared for something. There's nothing wrong with, but I have been thinking about all these preppers, bless them, that I've been prepping since God knows when. Probably, since ever. But you think about all the things that they have to prep, and then they have to get rid of, and they have to restock because, it didn't happen, whatever they thought was going to happen. But I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with being, a little bit prepared for blackouts and things like that, having candles, torches, somewhere to be able to cook, even if it's just an outside barbecue, something that you've got something that you can, warm water up and do something if there were a blackout. But I don't know why I'm thinking of that. But yeah, this one work of justice here, there's justice, whatever it is. But I want to thank all my lovely subscribers for all your likes, your shares, your comments, your emails. I appreciate every single one of you. You're what makes me keep coming back to this channel, keep coming back, and carrying on, seeing what we can find out from the other side. Dear Heavenly Spirit of the Most High, Heavenly Angels, Archangels, Spirit Guides, Ancestors of our highest good, we call upon you, Heavenly Spirit, to protect our chakras from the root to the crown. We call upon you, Heavenly Spirit, to protect our energy as we channel this message. And we call upon you, Heavenly Spirit, to block out all and any negative or evil interference. And we call upon you, Heavenly Spirit, to show us, the collective, exactly what it is we need to see right now. Thank you. We love you. Queen of Pentacles. This is electronic surveillance. Excuse me. Military Intelligence Corporation apparatus. Oh, excuse me. Gave me hiccups. Said censored, totally controlled, regulated, censored internet in real time. I was thinking that, no matter what people do online, they think that it's not seen, but it's all stored. Every single bit of information there ever was. It even says here, social networking, emailing sites, FBI spyware, gather information from a target's computer, access denied to personal cloud data. Yeah, so imagine if you've got everything on the cloud, all your pictures, everything was on the cloud, and it just goes, what are you going to do? I've got mine printed out, me. I prefer real photos. Copyright issues here, censorship, communication companies to provide FBI with backdoor code access. Ooh, Going Dark is the FBI's code name for its multi-million-dollar project to extend its ability to wiretap communications as they happen. The project dates from 2006 and has used consultants from the Rand Corporation and the Booz Allen Hamilton to find solutions. Ooh, spirit. Look, internet governance there. Yeah, and it's because I was thinking that, like when I was on YouTube, thinking why it only shows you a certain kind of thing, to try to sway your mind, to see where your mind is at, to see what you like, what you don't like. He says, "Oh, I won't recommend this channel again." It always recommended all the time, and my YouTube has changed so much in the past year. I don't know if anyone else is the same, but it's changed so much that I don't recognise any of these, sites anymore. I just don't recognise them. No, I did unfollow, unsub from a lot of things, but still, I just think it's so strange. It's so strange. I don't know how it does it, but it does. But it does it. At one point, it was just complete doom and gloom on my YouTube, and I changed it all. I've unfollowed so many stuff, like I just don't want to know the gory details. Thank you very much. We've got techno-Gaianism here. Belief in the power of technology to restore Earth's environment. Really. I really don't think we need technology to do that. I think Mother Nature knows perfectly well how to handle the world. I really do. People underestimate Mother Nature. This is the Ace of Swords here. Cyber war, encrypted communications, terrorist networks, civil society activists, subversion, spying, criminal networks, government, cyber commands, financial power, food supply. Well, they're already attacking the food supply. They've attacked the water, the skies. They've tapped as technology. What more control do they want? Heavenly Spirit, Heavenly Angels. What do we need to see right now? What is going on in the energy? So big. I think that's because each card has quite a lot of information on. I just want to see that queen there. Another queen as well. So I think that's 3 queens I've seen then. And that song that was going through my head, it's going, who runs the world? Girls, girls. Who runs the world? Girls, girls. That's what song was playing in my head. World Federation for Mental Health here. 4 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like there do need to be a lot more help for the mental health and not stigma, because a lot of people who are suffering mental health end up on the streets because they're either get sectioned or they just don't get help. It says here, make mental health a global priority. Yeah, so I agree with that. To promote among all people and all nations good human relations. Yeah, well, they're not doing that, are they? They're trying to divide and conquer. Because a house divided against itself. People are fighting each other rather than thinking, well, and that's what they wanted us to do. That it's not, it's not, this world was made this way, on purpose. It really is. And it starts, from as soon as you give birth and they're like, oh, can we stick this needle in your child? Because we think that, they could get diseases and, spread them around and Yeah. What we've got beeping out here? Got the Hermit, and then we've got this card beeping out. What is it? The Seven of Pentacles. All Earth Catalogue. Ooh. And we've got the Hermit here. You know, I have hope for a better world. I really do. I believe we're going to see it, but it has to get bad before it gets better. And I don't think it's a one world bloody order. Just to be honest. Maybe order of the new world, but not new world order. We're not taking orders. We've got the Knight of Wands here, industrial society and its future. The psychology of modern leftism, feelings of inferiority over socialization, the power process, surrogate activities, autonomy, sources of social problems, disruption of the power process in modern society, how some people adjust, the motives of scientists, the nature of freedom, some principles of history, industrial technological society cannot be reformed, restriction of freedom is unavoidable in industrial society. The bad parts of technology cannot be separated from the good parts. Technology is a more powerful social source than the aspiration for freedom. Simpler social problems have proved intractable. Revolution is easier than reform. Control of human behavior, human at a crossroads, human race at a crossroads, human suffering, the future strategy, two kinds of technology, the danger of leftism. Yeah, I can totally get that as well. A Knight of Wands is usually, you know, it can even like represent somebody being reckless. I feel like some people can be reckless as well with their, you know, like wanting to depopulate the earth and things like that. Oh yeah, well, you know, just get rid of a few billion people. Heavenly Spirit, Heavenly Angels. Oh, the Magician. Timothy Leary. Psychologist, futurist. Psychedelics. Yeah, you know, psychedelics have actually been known to actually have a really good effect on people's mental health. And they're trying to say it's the opposite. Mm-mm. And the magician is someone, you know, who has something in their power, like everything, all the tools that they need. It says here, this person imprisoned for marijuana possession, you know. Look what they did to that recently as well. What was his name? Joel. I forgot his full name. I feel ignorant now. But yeah, he got arrested because he was making Rick Simpson oil to heal people, and he was healing people. And he got arrested. You know, oh well, you know, you can't be out here healing people while we're trying to make them sick. Yeah. Look, increased life extension here. So this, you know, I feel like this person here, this Timothy Leary, was, you know, did do something towards helping people live, helping people, you know, with the psychedelics and obviously the CBD, we'll call it, yeah. So, and he got arrested. So that just tells you the state of the system, doesn't it? It's like, no, not allowed to heal yourself here. That's why I prefer to use tinctures and herbs, you know, natural plants. You know, I've got herbs and things growing. I've got my aloe vera growing, massive, huge aloe vera, healing, so healing, inside and out your body. And basil. I bought a basil plant from a supermarket and it is actually like a tree right now. And it smells beautiful, but it's so good for you. You know, and I've got mint growing as well. That's so good for you. A bit of mint, fresh mint leaves. You can't beat growing your own herbs. And, you know, but this obviously, this person got arrested for it. So this could be, you know, could be something coming up, you know. It's funny, isn't it? Because that, remember that Theresa Maynard, her husband was one of the largest manufacturers of marijuana in England. But you know, they import it, but they make it here and then import it. It's like they're allowed to do it, but we're not. We've got the Hanged Man here and the Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is always like financial work, work and finances. This is saying, I've heard of the Stuart brand again. Stuart brand. The long now found the long now foundation 10,000 year clock. Oh, information wants to be free. Designed World War for public war games. Oh, acid test parties. What? LSD experiments. So yeah, I think they gave them it because they called it the truth. So they gave people LSDs, and you know, to make them speak the truth, because like they found out if people were given certain things that they would just tell the truth, and they did. Yeah, you're saying in 1988, Global Business Network. I had my daughter in 1988, and it was her birthday yesterday. And in 1984, that was obviously a book written by George Orwell, that he predicted the society that will dystopian society that we're actually living in today, and people don't see it because they can't see they can only see what's in front of their eyes. They don't see things as a whole. So I wonder if he was a hacker. It's almost like I've seen the Hangman and the Eight of Pentacles. It's like somebody worked to destroy this person, and I feel like he had something to show. You know, if information wants to be free, you know, it's true. Like we have the Freedom of Information Act, but do that many people use it? It's like it's all, I say like somebody here had a brainwave like this Stuart Brand. Like I feel like he was onto something. You know, I really do. I'll have to look more into him, but I feel like could have had his ideas stolen even. You know, like Nikola Tesla. Because this guy's called Nikolai Brusen Socks or something. And this is Moscow State University. This is Russia. So I feel like some things could have been stolen here. This is Soviet ternary computers. And you see it's an upside down triangle within a circle. You know, got the tower here. Total Information Awareness Program data mining, real-time feedback. Fort George, Maryland, USA. Balancing, banking, email, airline, financial, phone, cell phone, internet spending, the tower. Imagine if all in one day it crashed. Like, if the internet just crashed one day, what are you going to do? I think we rely too much. We've become so reliant on technology, so trusting in something that can be just taken away at the push of a button or unplug, whatever it is, yeah. It can be just taken away. And I feel like they prove this time and time again, people who don't pay the bills, boom, internet gets turned off, boom, the gas, electric gets turned off. They even tried to turn people's water off, but I'm sure it's illegal now, unlawful. Because why, it doesn't make sense that we get sold everything that it should be free. We're born into this world, fruit grows on trees, but someone decided somewhere that, oh no, we're going to take it all for ourselves. We're going to treat it with like so many chemicals and then we're going to sell it back to you. And if you don't pay it, then, we're going to, send bailiffs around, bullies, and, empty your house and, make you suffer because you have not conformed to the standards that these totalitarians want to impose upon, human beings who have come to this life. And it's like, what, Well, especially the ones who are woke up in reality and see the bigger picture. But look at this, the grassroots here. Look, and we've got the @ sign, the grassroots internet communities, the Institute for Global Communications, mute, and then we've got meta mute. This could be, I feel like this is a crash in, like all this banking, emails, airline, financial, like a total wipeout. What better way to do a reset than wipe everything out and start again? Look at that, MK Ultra, 3 of Swords. We've got testing of drugs again, LSD again, electronic altered brain magic, witch doctor study here, sleep learning, mass conversion, psychosurgery, like lobotomies and things like that, optics, psychometric drugs, optics, subliminal perception, children's summer camps. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Sending the kids to these summer camps, you don't even know what's going on there. Look at that 7 of Swords. It's like who's behind this bigger picture. It's almost like this that has been knocked off its balance by some greater morphos who think that they can own everything. Excuse me. Look, I'm telling you, this internet governance and then death card. I think there's going to be a crash, an internet crash. I feel like if you've got any, everything that you have and it's online and you have nothing like on paper, sort of solid. It's like even all this Bitcoin and that. People think, oh, I'm a billionaire, I'm rich and that. What are you going to do when there's no internet? The reality of it is, the Five of Pentacles is being left out in the cold. And this is internet governance. And I feel like this is how they're going to be able to take control, because our people are going to contact each other. It's that divide and conquer again. People, imagine not being able to speak to anyone that you've been speaking to for years because the internet's gone down. What if there's no phone lines? The only people you're going to be grouping up with is the people who live closer. That's a bloody scary thing when everybody's not just asleep. Oh gosh. I feel like there is this. I feel like there is going to be like a worldwide web blackout. I do. I see this tower. I see it. Look, phone, internet, financial spending, airlines down, emails down, banking down. Imagine everything going down at the same time. And it's a nine of swords as well, look. Social engagement of social science. I feel like they're going to do it. Like they tried, like when they did COVID. And then it were like, I feel like that was a test run for something. And I don't feel like, everybody's half expecting it to all happen again. Just see the nine of swords again. Oh, I just seen that. It says the treasures of heaven are not negotiations of passion, negations of passion, but realities of intellect from which all the passions emulate. I feel like this is like, who's in charge, treasures of heaven. Yeah, that's why it says don't build your treasures up on earth, build your treasures up in heaven. Because you can't take it with you. I think a lot of people have got too comfortable. I feel like we've got so comfortable. I feel like that when I'm in my bed and I just think, oh my word, it's just so cozy. And I have lived on the street. I've slept in a tent on a floor of a yard with rats running around. So I do know the difference of being cozy and not cozy. But I feel like we've got too cozy. I feel like as a society as a whole, I know there is a lot of homelessness and there's a lot there is, and that was made that way. It's so hard for people to get help, and I think a lot of it does stem from mental health and addictions and that, which is even harder. And then when they come do people get integrated back into society, they get stigmatized, and it's like people are always looking at them like with mistrust and like, oh well, you used to do this and whatever. But it's not. It's harder, and it's harder for somebody to employ somebody as well if they want to get a job or anything. It's harder for them to do that. But I've seen so many people now just dropping everything and doing, walking into the wild and just coping, managing, living. They're the ones who are going to survive. If this society becomes like, a one world order, and, me, I'm a nonconformist. I'm not going to abide by these rules. I will have to take my chances in the wild. I would rather. I'm not going to be a passive conformer. I'm not going to do that. I'm just not going to do that. It's just not in my nature. Empress, look, Empress. It's just initials: NSA, S&D, NSM, FSB, GIS. Oh, it's different ones. So it's Norway, Serbia. Oh, it's all different countries. That's what it is. Saudi Arabia, Albania, Hong Kong, Zimbabwe, Colombia. Oh. And it's got all these names. It's even got the UK there. But it says the Empress. And it has all them on. Oh, it even says the Vatican. Russian Federation, Egypt, Pakistan, Azerbaijan, USA, USA again, Estonia, Japan, Vatican, Nigeria, USA again, FBI. Oh, I think these could be like secret service things, kind of, you know what I mean? In that country. Yeah. Mm. Spirit. Judgment. Ethics. Eh, gosh. Yep, the Three of Swords. The CIA behavior control experiments. Unwitting participants on military. Unwittingly. They didn't even know that they was being controlled. I feel like, yeah, look, the moon. Transhumanism here. Oh. Do you know what? I feel like they didn't know. I feel like soldiers do. Going to war. You think about it, they get intensively brainwashed and programmed. These are what's happened when they sign up, you know, they get intense. It does, yeah. It's look, mind, cryonics, mind uploading, cloning here, techno-Galianism, realism, neurotheology, transhumanism, democratics, evolutionary control, cognitive enhancement, post-humanism, immortalism, humanity. I feel like it's like they don't, you know, the moon is something always hidden. This Free of Swords, MK Ultra, it's like these soldiers didn't know what they were signing up for. Didn't know, thinking, oh, we're going to fight for our country. No, you're going to get absolutely brainwashed and fight wars that you do not know nothing about. And take out innocent people that just did not deserve for it to happen to them. Yeah, look at that, Seven of Swords here and the Knave of Pentacles, Gaianism. Planet Earth as a homeostatic organism formulated. Gaia hypothesis. Belief in the power of technology to restore Earth space colonies. Closed biosphere experiments. Terraforming other planets. Knave of Pentacles. The Knave of Pentacles is it's like the Knight of Pentacles. Very strong energy. We've got, look at that, Stuart Brand again. The All Earth catalogue. The way I'm seeing it, it's like, look, the world is like hidden, inside here, inside this like mountain here. Yeah, I feel like the truth of it has been hidden for so long, and when people find it out, they don't realise you were brainwashed from birth. We've all been brainwashed since birth, and a lot of us do wake up, and it's like, oh, your job is to wake up the others. But you don't, I feel like it's just like when you speak the truth, I feel like the truth is what sets you free, because I feel like when you hear the truth, it's like it kind of, makes sense. And it's like, yeah, that actually makes more sense to me than some, whatever I've been told. Nano, bio, info, cogno. Improving human performances. New self-organizing systems control. Ooh. An entire program for acting upon nature and mankind. This is the Ace of Pentacles here. Intelligent machine systems that can generate the unimaginable economic wealth, food, clothing, shelter. You see, I feel like that for all human beings, it says for environment, financial security. So this is, you know, to me, this sounds more like it than what their idea they've got, that they want us to eat bugs and have nothing and be happy. No, this is like everybody can be rich. They do have it. They have that, but they don't want that because they wouldn't have no control then. If everybody had their own little piece of land here, but Ace of Pentacles is something like something new, something earthly, something very solid here. The interplanetary internet. We've got NASA here, not a space agent with its space agency with its serpent tongue. Wired and tetherless internets. Wired and tetherless. Interplanetary gateways. Look at that. It says, man was born free and he is everywhere in chains. One man thinks himself the master of others, but remains more of a slave than they. Oh, yeah. So people who think that they're master over other people are actually, they're still a slave to the system. Religious indifferentious. Spiritual origin of the soul and universe. Social contracts. Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Heavenly Spirit. I feel like the world is under judgment, and I feel like this government is under judgment. I really do. They make it seem like it's us that are under judgment. Oh, Judgment Day. Yeah, there's there's the Turing machine. Yeah. Oh, look at this. He killed himself. Did he? Did he? Did he though? Did he really? It says it did. It says it did, but you know, it says it got prosecuted here in 1952 for homosexuality. And apparently in 1954, he committed suicide. But did he though? Did he though? If he was a mathematician, a logician, described the Turing machine, computer scientist, kryptonal, analyst, kryptanalyst, whatever. Automatic computing engine. So he created something, this guy, the Seven of Wands. So I feel like Seven of Wands is always like a protection kind of thing. And it says the UK here. It says the World War II here. So this guy here, Alan Turing, described the Turing machine. He came out. He got done for being homosexual in 1952. So it obviously must have been, if he got prosecuted for it, it must have been illegal. Turing's paper contains, in essence, the invention of the modern computer and some of the programming techniques that accompanied it. So the Turing paper, had something to do with computing here. So he was like, you know, it could have been like, maybe not the founder because there's nothing new on this earth, but he discovered something and he was gay. So, and they got done for that. They tried to get him prosecuted for being gay. That is just, you see, this is how crazy this world is that we're living. But the star, quantum computing, artificial intelligence, you know, everything's AI now. People are relying so much on it as well to do everything for themselves, for them, that they're not doing anything themselves anymore. People are not, this new generation, they don't read books. They barely write. You know, the cards are becoming a non-existent thing because everything's done online. It's like we've been taken away from Like this, they did it to communicate, but really we're communicating less. Subatomic circuitry, ultrasound headbands, ultrasonic headbands. Are they not putting? They're putting something like the headbands on kids now. And look, we've got that headsets. Honestly, I've never put one on. I never would. We've got mind reading here. Yeah, I believe that they do read us mind because sometimes I'll be thinking something and it'll be there online. I'm like, you just read my thoughts. But is it planting the thought? That's what I think. It can be planting that thought into our mind before we, you know what I mean? It's nice to take a break from technology at times and just get out into nature. Spintronics, the star. You know, I feel like, yeah, I feel like Spirit is confirming something here about this Alan Turing. You know, I feel like he did find out something. He probably did. Oh, look, this again. Look, the intercloud global data. Look what's happening there. This is like it's going off. It's going off. Look, global data, the intercloud. If you people have things online. Ooh, I just split on this astrolabe. It says an astronomical computer for predicting and locating positions of the sun, moon, planet, and stars. Its functions are astronomy, astrology, and navigation, used in classical antiquity, the Islamic Golden Age, and the European Middle Ages and Renaissance, used in Islamic world to calculate the Qibla and times for prayers. The Three of Chalices, the astrolabe, so it was a computer for predicting everything, really. 1208 there, and then it says 150 BC to 1650, so it was something of, it was an astronomical computer. I've got the high priestess here. The Macy conferences, evolving out of the militaristic economy of capitalistic patriarchy in the aftermath of World War II. US government funded Macy conferences sought to generate new connections between the natural and social sciences. The attendees consisted of mathematicians, psychologists, psychiatrists, neurophysiologists, engineers, anthropologists, ecologists, philosophers, developed and disseminated the idea of cybernetics, the science of control and common incitation in the animal and the machine, in society and in individual human beings as a model of understanding and control in the world. All right. So that was a big picture. So they all got together there to think, how the heck are we going to control this world? And that's what they did, probably did. Decided through the food, through the water, through the change of times, change of seasons. We were gonna baffle these people, and they're gonna end up loving the people. You know, look how many people support these politicians. You know, and they're not. They're all the same. We cut the fool, Aldous Huxley. You know, I feel like they thought he was a fool, didn't they? And you know, I feel like he says one world order, science fiction. Yeah, I feel like it's not real. It's like they just want you to believe in it because you know, if they keep telling a lie over and over again, eventually people will believe it. But I feel like it's something like that. Concentration camp of the mind. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, if you believe in it, if enough people believe in it, you know, and this is like the fool card of spirits, like, yeah, just, you know, it's science fiction. It says brave new world. It's a brave new world. It says social media monitoring, listening, active. Yeah, they are listening. They do listen because, you know, it's just all one big fucking advert, this world right now. What can we sell them that they do not need? Got the dynamos there. Just take them. I mean, I'm not condoning anybody. You know, just don't. I don't mean go out and do that. But you know, microdosing has been known to cure a lot of mental illness. But you know, I once got spiked me with some acid when I was a kid. But I was a kid because I was a teenager. And oh my word, it was the worst trip of my life. It was absolutely horrendous. I'm glad that I eventually could tell my brain that I was okay. Do you know what I mean? It was too much. It was too much. It was too much. Here's a swords here. There's the swords will cut through any bullshit here. This is, look, criminal networks, government, cyber commands, financial power, and food supply. Ooh. Encrypted communications. Information leaking here. Info what? You know, this could be, you know, I just feel that this could be what's about to come in is something that will seem like catastrophic, you know, especially if it's like an internet blowout. You know, not just internet, like just the total, you know, world wide web, whatever. Yeah. Imagine that just crashes. You've got to think about what's important to you. What do you have at your disposal in real time? Not on the cloud, not in the bank. Things that you need in real time. You know, not Bitcoin and all this. Like people saying, oh yeah, this and this and this. And what? It's not solid. It's not in your hand. It's like, it's on a drive, a disk drive or something, you know. It's like, no. Best thing I think any people can do is keep everything in real time. It's something you can see, feel, you know, smell, all that. Something in the real time. Got awareness here. Oh, well, that didn't go down well. Don't need all them, spirit. Heavenly spirit, heavenly angels. What message do we have here? All paths lead home here. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. That looks like something like Stonehenge or something. And it looks like this circle here actually made this on the beach. A pattern like that. I'll see if I can show it, upload it. Application. Today I apply all that I have learned during my spiritual quest. I practice love in my daily life. I allow my inner light to lift my thoughts. As I do so, the laws of universal love take root in my life. Yeah, universal love. I feel like, you know, people have come so disconnected to each other. You know, if shit really hits them when the shit hits a fan, you know, and say that this did happen, hypothetically, you know, for entertainment purposes only. If it did have a blackout, what are you gonna do? Are you prepared? That's all, you know. I've got a light. It's just a light like this, but you can wind it up yourself. I mean, it does work. It's got a torch. It's got another light, and it's got a flashlight. But if it doesn't have if it's not charged up, you just charge it up like this, and it works. The best, you can get radios like that as well. You know, you can buy power packs, solar packs as well, and also with a wind up, you can get wind up radios as well. It says you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. So I feel like, yeah, spirit is like, yeah, we're going to survive this, don't worry. We will survive. We will survive. Hey, hey. Yeah, I feel like it's a mass brainwashing. You know, when they say about this New World Order, if enough people believe it, you know, then they can make it happen. But yeah, Order of the New World, I call it. It's a new Earth. The new Earth is coming in, and there's nothing that they can do to stop it. And that's why I feel like so many people are waking up to the fact of what's going on in this society as a whole as well. You know what they're trying to do, this divide and conquer. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe, breath of the cosmos. Yeah, I think whatever they're for everything. Oh, everything changes. A soft light radiates from my heart. It illuminates those around me and transforms every situation I encounter. I maintain a positive attitude in spite of any difficulties I may perceive. No matter the circumstances, I remain a source of true joy. Everything changes when it is bathed in the light of the divine. Yeah, and it's saying stand tall and strong. Something inside so strong. Today I choose to remain positive, face all of my challenges with strength and courage. I will not be denied or turned away. I do not allow myself to be carried away by negative thoughts. I stand tall and strong and live each moment in joy and peace, leaving my future in God's hands. I believe in life because life believes in me. Yeah, I feel like this is spirit. Look, mother's milk, we the Athors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. I feel like this is the ancestors like saying, you know, stand tall, stand strong. You know, we are here, your ancestors, the Athors. Just trust in the Most High. You know, that this is not going to be as what they say. The cosmic art, moving, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Yes, star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. So there is, you know, is a lot of lost wisdom, hidden, you know, truths about our world and and the world we live in, and the people that think that they're in charge. Called, we've got soul gifts and training here. It's time to step up. So I feel like if there's someone has like a kind of calling on their life, you know, to stand tall, stand strong, especially in this face of adversity, especially with what's going on in the world right now. You have to put the hope back into people's hearts. Yeah, trust the time, and time is not running out. So the people they make you believe, oh, time's running out, the world's gonna end, all this crap. Nah, just you've got to look for the good. That's why they only put bad news on the TV. You know, there's no good news. Where's the good news? Oh, look, it's that application came out again. Today I apply all that I have learned during my spiritual quest. I practice love in my daily life, allow my inner light to lift my thoughts, and as I do so, the laws of universal love take root in my life. So this is about universal love here. Somebody could be here on a double mission. It says light worker starseed, serving the world by being you. So just by being your natural self, standing up. You know, if people can't handle you in your authenticity, there's something wrong with them, not you. I feel like this reading could be for someone who's, you know, seeing this bigger picture. And this is spirit saying, you know, yeah, you're right. You're right. Don't be negative. Don't let that negativity get you down. All that is. Today I notice the love that powers all of life. I see that each tiny part of the universe is an expression of that love, and I am aware of the presence of God in all things. I open myself to this magic. I marvel at the splendor of all that is, of which I am truly a part. Seen the great severing here. Mars energy, anger, conflict, soften into love. Soul memories and gifts, lost lands. You've done this before. I feel like, yeah, you've probably been like a kind of, I'm feeling like a kind of a trailblazer energy, or someone who's standing up and saying, you know, this is not I don't believe a word you're saying, you know, to these these governments. To spend more time outdoors. They are like trees planted along the riverbank, bearing fruit each season. Their leaves never wither, and they prosper in all they do. Psalms 1:3. I love the Psalms, you know. People not the Bible and always say, oh no, it's a lot of this and all that. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Here's a little song I wrote. You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. You know, you might feel like you can be alone and not be lonely. You're not alone. I feel like somebody has, your ancestors around you. Yeah, look, 7-star sisters, birthing creations, tapestry of life and expression. I feel like there's someone here. Look, empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So yeah, sometimes you probably can absorb a lot of things that isn't yours, and that's learning how to protect yourself from that and how to also release it. If you do absorbing a lot of people, you could be having a really good day and somebody could come along and dump all their shit on you, yeah, and then and it's like leaves you feeling like drained. Well, no, you don't have to accept their dumpings. Let me go dump somewhere else. I'm sorry, defenseless, righting past wrongs, uprooting. It says, embrace your weirdness. You're not for everyone. Face your true north. Yes, thank you, Spirit. Yeah. We're not for everyone. You're not meant to be. We've got Earth School here, life lessons, soul growth, study and higher learning. And I really feel like it's, the way that it is we are all on the Earth School. We are all learning. We all have different purposes. We all have different callings on our life, And I feel like Spirit's like, don't worry. Don't worry about this. Whatever you're hearing about new worlds, these new worlds orders and that, don't be afraid. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path and be the leader that you wish you had. Yeah, so you stand in your power. You be the leader that we need. I discover who I am. Today I discover the riches that lie within me. I acknowledge my true self. I see myself as an unlimited being. I marvel at the beauty of my life. I recognize the wealth of possibilities available to me as a being of light. As I learn who I am, I recognize the divine within me. Yeah, I feel like it is within us as well, knowing that the magician's there, and I feel like this is somebody who has got ethics, somebody who is able to pass judgment because you can see right from wrong. I keep seeing embrace the truth, embrace the truth, embrace the truth. Let's see if there's any. It's okay. She was probably getting impatient because, breakfast. Take time out from the world, spend more time alone, meditate, or go on a retreat, sanctuary. Sometimes I feel like you find yourself when you're alone. A change is as good as a rest. We've got Archangel Gabriel, a messenger of creativity and hope. You see how this change. Choices, make the best choices. Shh. I had to quickly pause then. Anything else, Heavenly Spirit? before I close out this reading, because sheep is hungry. Heavenly Spirit, Heavenly Angels, is there any more messages for the collective regarding this situation? Thank you, we love you. Become still so you can hear God. For the life of every living thing is in his hand, and the breath of every human being. Yeah, that's like the Creator saying, yeah, you don't know that. Who's in charge? Who's in charge? The Most High is in charge, not these numpties that think that they're controlling everything. Cheer up. Cheer up, love. Live in the moment. Be gentle with yourself. Forgiveness will set you free and see the light in yourself and others. Oh, we've got leadership. Set your goals. Set your goals and face your fears. Seeking clarity, epiphany, seeking clarity and enlightenment as well. I'm seeing it. Enlightenment, spiritual growth. I feel like this is, and speak words of love is popping out here. So yeah, speak it into existence. Celebration here. A positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success and enjoy your achievements. And we've got trust as well. Leap into the unknown. Have faith and move forward. Believe you will fly. And there's competition around you. Some encouraging self-confidence here. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. You just, yeah, go with the flow and let things happen. Go with the flow. Just be you, because everyone else is taken. Be the love you wish to receive. So, that was a beautiful reading. I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, if there is a crash out, just ask yourself, what do I have online that I'm going to need in reality? You know, like if it's cash, you need cash. You know, it could happen. You just don't rely on it. We've become too comfortable. But anyway, enough of me babbling on. I hope everyone has an absolutely fabulous Friday, a wonderful weekend, and I will be back soon to finish off my zodiacs and definitely coming for the blood moon reading on Sunday. But I love you all. Take care. God bless, and I shall see you soon.